Monday, Monday, can't trust that day. Monday, Monday, it just turns out that.
Thank you so much for all the love on the last post of regarding my mom passing away. For those of you who have not heard the story, if you've just tuned into stories here and there over the last month or so, 6 weeks, whatever it's been, and you didn't hear anything, I wanted to just briefly tell you what happened really quick. I'm not going to take much time on it, but let me share. Absolute crazy story. Back in, I would say July, she started getting a headache, a terrible headache in the top of her head. And it was so bad that she went to the ER. And they did a CT and everything was fine. She ended up then, I'm just going to say this really fast. She started having double vision in her eye drooped. This was all over a period of time. Her nose got really stuffed up on the same side and her hearing got decreased in that same ear. So all of this was happening. While they did an x-ray, they saw her neck was absolutely terrible and they said she needed this huge neck surgery. So they scheduled that. Her surgery on her neck was so big, it was scheduled out like 6 weeks. So in the meantime, she went to several other doctors, an eye doctor, another neurologist in the same group as her neck to talk about her headaches. And they all came to the conclusion that her neck was bad enough that they needed to do the neck surgery first and then worry about everything because everything was negative. So they weren't going to do a deep dive into all of this till the neck surgery was done because they thought maybe some of that, like the headache, would be cleared up after the neck surgery because they said, you know, you've got all these nerves and it could be that, and they were hoping that it would clear it up. If not, again, they were just going to go revisit everything. She suffered with these headaches terribly. She would tell me that I have never had such pain in my life. And day of the surgery, there's more little details in between, but I'm going to spare you all. Day of the surgery, she was walking in and Deb said, we're going to push you. And she said, I don't want a wheelchair. I mean, that's how good she was. Went through the surgery. About 2 or 3 days after surgery, I went to visit and I said, Mom, I just tried to call you. And she said, I don't know how to use my phone. And I'm like going, what? So she started getting to where she didn't know how to do normal things. You tell her how to turn the channel on the television and she had no clue. Bad that she picked up the nurse's call light and tried to talk on the phone. And I'm like, this is so strange. So we mentioned it to the nurses. They said all of this. Pain pills, out of her environment, 82, major surgery, all of this. So other than, we just believed them. We're just like, I probably is, because what else would it be? And she was getting ready to leave the hospital, but she wasn't ready because she still could not walk on her own, which was not the norm. She should have been way farther ahead. So she went to a nursing home for rehab, but she was not making any improvement. And I even went in there and I said, you need to start moving. You need to start moving. You don't want to be here for the rest of your life. Long story short, she was there for a few days. Couldn't walk, couldn't talk one day. They transferred her to Fort Wayne. They said that upon looking at the x-rays, a new set of x-rays, a different type with contrast, she had a mass in her nose on this side. She had a mass in her nose and a mass on her carotid, which was strangling the carotid and cutting off the circulation to her brain. And that's why she had the stroke. But it looked like a fungus. And they said, this looks so involved that we've never basically taken care of it. She needs to go to IU. Transferred down to IU. MRI showed fungus all over brain, eye, ear, nose, carotid. She had this removed in her nose. It ended up growing into mold. So she had a mold, not just a fungus. She had mold in her brain, wrapped around her carotid. Nobody knows where you get it, but they said it's just a really weird thing that can happen. Everybody breathes mold spores every day, all day, and your body pushes it back out, but hers kept it and grew it. She ended up having a few more strokes. I think they said 2 more that affected everything. She couldn't swallow, she couldn't move, she couldn't talk. So that was a story. I wanted to get you guys caught up on what happened if you missed it when I talked about it a few weeks ago. My sister was here for almost a month. She left and made it back early in the morning. I'm pretty sure all of you will understand what I'm going to say, but I thrive on routines. My mental health I need routines. I need work. I need projects. I absolutely love what I do. I love sharing with you. And I am so happy to be back to a new normal, because we will be, obviously without my mom, and we'll be checking on my dad. But I need things for my mental health to be normal. Okay, now for other news. Let me just show you what is going on again. Somebody dumped you off, didn't they? Huh? Did they dump you off? This is how I turned this $3 thrift store lamp into this. This is all of the stuff that I took out and off of that lamp. I pulled this, I don't know what this is called. The big rod down the middle of it out, and took this off, pulled this out. I'm using Rub and Buff on all of these little pieces, or these 3 pieces, and it takes it from this to this. And I think I'm headed to the thrift store to see if there are any more. A couple of days ago, I put up a question box regarding collections, and I had someone want to see my marbles. These are clay marbles. I've collected these for, I'm guessing, 35 years. I have these 2 bowls full. They used to, you could get them for $10 for a huge jar. Now, about that many can be $25. So I started collecting these. Did I say this? Probably when I was early 20s. Haven't bought any recently. I will buy them if I see them. But that is my clay marble collection. Cow hunting. That's our woods right there, the back of it. Our house is like right up in there. And straight down there, across a road and then down the road a little bit, is that barn with all the other cows, which is where they spotted it. So we're trying to figure out, we keep looking for him as if he might come back. We want him to come back. But I just wanted to show you how close that barn is to our house. So he could have made that walk very easily.
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline, flipping in the air. I never land, just float there.